Live.
And there it is. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we got a little lucky bad ooh.
Brennett Crossmail, hi there. Or should I say, hello there? That's what Obi-Wan Kenobi says to Harry Potter in the first book.
That's my favorite book. I think it really goes downhill after that.
Yeah. Yeah, really, after Obi-Wan takes Manhattan, it's all kind of downhill.
Yeah.
Daniel there. Bleh! I just tried Mountain Dew for the first time. Yuck. Gotta try some Baja. Mountain Dew Baja action.
If you don't like normal Mountain Dew, you're not gonna like Baja either. Probably.
Probably. In young, Mountain Dew is just lemonade R.
I guess so. Has a little extra bite to it.
Yeah.
It's meaner. It swears more.
What flavor is Mountain Dew?
Well, mountain and dew. Have you ever had a little mountain?
You know what? I don't think I have. A little dew of the mountain. Scott Hartley tips. Thank you.
Damn.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Dave, what do you want? If the model looks like the card, then I might need to buy it. Well, it's right here. It looks identical to the card.
Yeah, that's like one of the big things with Malifaux, is the artwork always looks pretty much identical.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like the artwork.
Like you bet. I like Baja, not the normal Dew.
Well, aren't you special?
We may need to get a Baja. Ain't I like the new Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a chance at $25 cash. That's also a song from the new Obi-Wan film,
Right?
Or TV show.
And besides in that TV show, where else is that from? Chat. That'd be fun. Be some real old school people.
Yeah.
They know where that's from.
See, sexy demon girl brain immediately goes into thinking about how good the ending of the Fulgrim book is, because I just finished it yesterday. Yeah, doesn't Fulgrim turn into like a serpent, or like a serpent person, like a snake man? Man, you know you had a good day yesterday when you take out of your water cup an old toothbrush with a big blob of hot glue on the end of it.
Maybe that's foreshadowing.
Yeah, it's a little tease of what I've been working on.
Oh boy.
Scott Harley, so what would you charge for someone to come, stay near you, and play games and teach some painting techniques? 50 grand.
Haven't really thought about that.
Like, gee, what is that vibrant red? Oils, actually. These guys are all painted with oils. Well, actually, the base coat is done with acrylics. I'm going to be painting Lilu today.
Lilu!
Not to be confused with Lilitu.
Yeah, completely
Yeah,
different.
Put on the base coats yesterday. Actually, I got to put on the base coats. Yeah, have you ever considered playing Warhammer Underworld? It's a great game with really amazing minis that are great candidates for projects. Yes, I actually do have some Underworld minis. I've got the Slanesh gang. No idea how to play the game or what it takes, but I do have that.
Stop saying we should play more games, guys.
Funny 101. I believe Demon Princes happen much later on in the series. Probably not the first book. It's the third.
Mm-hmm.
Marco Canson. I swear I watch half of your videos and then I just hear badly explained pieces of lore. Reddit Crossmail, can we have a video of Nick painting his Gloomspite Gets? Absolutely. It's coming out tomorrow.
It's actually, yeah, I was just about to say, it's actually coming out tomorrow. It's kind of weird that you mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Matthew Mitchum, time to paint my Krieg boys. Oh, damn Krieg boys at it again.
Damn Krieg boys are at it again. Oh, boy.
Boss hog, they're building trenches.
I mean, wow.
Because I'm using these bases.
Viewers member 45. You should play more games, Nick. No! Rude.
Is this a Malifaux kill team? Yes, technically a Malifaux gang? What do you call a Malifaux? Group.
Malifaux group.
Malifaux group. Henchmen are, what is it? Masters, henchmen, and minions.
I think it's Malifaux peeps.
Malifaux peeps.
Matthew Mitchum. I live near Hazard County. Mm-hmm. Viewers member 45. Malifaux gang. Again, Malifaux peeps. It's better. Just works better. Rum? That red looks really good. I'm trying to work on the desire to try oil paints, but they scare me.
They are different. I don't think they're too hard, but they're tricky. Like you kind of paint them on like normal paint, but there's weird. It's like if all of your paint always stayed wet. It's exactly like that. So it's very different, but it's like it's the same.
Right.
Like airbrushing is totally different, but oils is like the same but different.
Right. Flipping a dude at 88s. Are they smelly?
a little bit more smelly than normal paint, probably just because they stay wet. Like a regular acrylic paint is smelly, but it dries pretty darn quick. I have a big dick. I have a big bick. I have a dick bick. I have a dick bick. Dick butt. You guys want to make my own Space Marine chapter? I want to call them the Social Warriors. What do y'all think? Love it. Gotta do some custom decals for the shoulders.
GeForce member 45. Have you ever tried to airbrush oils?
I have not. I feel like you wouldn't really want to. I don't know. I don't know what that would do for you.
Get your airbrush full of oils.
It would?
Jeez. There's like in my neighborhood, there's like raccoons and stuff, and you can sometimes, if they're more active, you can smell them, right? So I can really smell it, like really bad, and but it's like a combination of that and coffee. I don't know where the coffee's coming from. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
You know, sometimes the raccoons need a little afternoon pick-me-up.
Yeah.
You know, make a pot of Joe.
I don't get it. Mr. Hobby Man Canada 2, I've got myself some new models. Stop bragging. Jeez. Just bragging.
Mm-hmm. I feel like oil wouldn't be great in the airbrush. Yeah, I mean, also, like, when you airbrush, you kind of want it to dry, like, almost instantly. And it'll be dry in, like, 24 to 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oil, the reason to do oils is because, yeah, that slow drying time gives you tons of time to blend. Like, airbrush kind of blends for you.
Right.
Y'all have a good stream tonight. Stranger Things is where I'll be. I like Stranger Things. I like when the weird stuff happens.
Is it strange?
It's not normal.
Matthew Mitchum, opinions on 3D printing. Mine died today, so I got a new one with my bonus. Love it.
Hate it.
Nope, you love it too, because we make 3D printed terrain, and we also have started a Miniature of the Month club.
That's right.
We'll be coming out with miniatures every month. So, love.
Mm-hmm.
We got some cool stuff coming next month. And I mean, we have some cool stuff this month too.
Christian Riza did Ninjan just post a video on him using oils through the airbrush. Might have it enamels also. I could definitely see if you wanted to put like an oil wash on tons of minis, spray it through the airbrush, and then futz with it.
WXDX1. Hey, I love painting my models, but I struggle to figure out where to put my highlights. Any tips?
Practice and look at reference. Maybe Pinterest is really, really good. Instagram, photos, artwork. Shine a light on the model from where you want the light to shine. Yeah, we also have a video. I think it's like how to do your painting better. I paint a Necromunda House Goliath Ganger, and like I paint it like normally, like beginner, and then I take that same exact model and then I take it to like an expert level, and I show exactly like what the process is of like where to put the highlights and what to do.
I'll find it.
It's an oldie but a goldie.
Right. There's 2020, end of 2020 video. I feel like it was called Why You're Not Improving, something like that. Make a lot of videos. I don't know if people know that.
Sorry for the big yawn. I don't know why I'm so tired.
Yeah, I don't know why either. Hey, look, I nailed it. Why You're Not Improving.
Ah. Grublow, I just got a Perdita box. I'm excited to assemble them and dreading it, but I like the look of this game a lot. Is that a Malifaux thingy? Perdita?
It certainly sounds like it.
Scott Hartley painted my first Legion model the other day. A Boba Fett with mostly speed paints. I love them. Ooh, I need to get Boba. For my imps.
Imps.
Cat Cadaver. Opinions on crotch towels. Love crotch towels.
I mean,
If a Space Marine has a crotch towel, instant add to cart.
Right. Yeah, honestly, more of them need crotch towels, so they're not as boring. That's what I think. I kind of wanted to get into Legion, but I can't decide between prequels and originals.
Well, you can mix and match. Like, well, you can't mix and match, but you can play Rebels versus droids and Imperials versus clone troopers. So you aren't locked into one or the other.
Yeah, or you could just be cool and just get them all.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Starter boxes are still chock full of models and available for a pretty darn good price. Matthew Michaels, you play this game called Warhammer 40K. You might like it. Ooh, I'll have to check this out.
It sounds kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like a game that only losers would play. I don't know. I don't know why I have that feeling. Rump, imagine being somebody who spends every day doing something related to 40K. I know. Jeez. Yeah. You know, it'd be even worse. Somebody streaming miniatures from it or making videos about it.
Mm-hmm.
Super lame.
Can't get ever. Yes, I should have clarified that I'm torn on the box to know what I want to invest $200 into. You could go Battle Droids, Rebels, Imperials, or Clone Poopers. Or I guess the new Scum and Villainy faction, although I don't know if you can buy them yet. You might be able to. I have Rebels and Imperials. And a tiny, tiny bit of droids. I plan on getting everything. Because it's Star Wars and I need Star Wars.
I don't have any of it. And I'm not going to. Unless they did guns, then that'd be funny.
Uh-huh.
I would maybe be interested if there was guns. Because I can only play games that have orcs in it, or goblins, or anything like that. And that's close enough.
I'm holding off building the Republic army until the Republic Commando unit comes out. Yeah, I assume Republic Commandos will happen and Bad Batch will happen. Bad batch. Bad batch. Bad batch.
Keep Scott Hartley, I want Ewoks.
I believe Ewoks are happening eventually. Can't get them right now.
I want Ewoks. Toxin Bow 7, what drew you to Orc and Goblin Boys, Nick? I am planning on getting into 40k soon. I could not tell you. I just really like them. There's no reason. I think they're fun and cute, and that's nice.
They don't take themselves very seriously.
Yeah, and they're not as boring as guys in armor. I don't care about guys in armor. I'm not in it for the humans. That's let me just say that. They're all just fun. And like the Gloomspite kits, all those models are gorgeous, and every single one is cute. Smidge Games. Jay, you guys planning on any Horus Heresy 2.0? No. Not interested. Yep. We were actually asked today if we want to pre-order it. We don't. We said no.
Yeah, if Games Workshop was like, oh, here's the box and some money to try this game out, then we'd be like, yeah, okay.
But we can't do another thing.
Unfortunately, though, you know, our invitation to Warhammer Fest got lost in the mail.
Yeah, because there definitely was one.
Yeah, an unfortunate oversight.
Right. That's fine. We get it. So, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Saucy Knot. This is the first stream I got to watch in a few months. Finally. Nice.
Me too, honestly. That's a little much, don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry everybody for that very political statement that Jay just put out there. Toxin Boy 7. Yeah, I was looking at Age of Sigmar Gloomspite, but I don't know how much I like the cloaks the goblins wear. Did you paint your guys' cloaks black or another scheme? Well, I actually have painted some, a little bit. I've done some test schemes, but I'm not settled on anything yet. But because there's two things I want to do. If I want to go with the green skin goblins, I think I would go with purple cloaks, and if I want to go with pink skin goblins, which think I might want to do, I'd rather go black.
Hmm.
So I want the pink to really shine. Pink looks cool. It's out online. Gekadev, will you get a box of beakies later, just to paint?
I might. I like the beakies. Maybe do kind of like a retro kill team or something. I like beakies.
Yep. So now, does that mean we're getting a pink goblin tutorial from Nick? Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow as well. It's pretty crazy. Lots of stuff coming out tomorrow. You know, we usually don't do anything on Saturday besides the Patreon stuff. And I would never lie on a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So take that as you will.
Yeah, we're just like old honest Abe. Lincoln never lied on his live streams either.
Exactly. I remember the Gettysburg live stream. That was a particularly good one.
Sometimes it's a little hard to find the VOD of that.
Yeah. It's on its Patreon. It's
of course.
Yeah, it's difficult. A lot of people put their VODs behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, because we're good people, but
yeah,
other people do. Yeah. Oh, honest Abe.
Jordan Watson. Hey Jay, just bought a starter for Infinity. This will be my first time working with metal minis. Is there anything to watch out for when painting metal, or is it basically the same once primed? It's basically the same. You don't want to handle it as much. I found that sometimes paint will rub off metal models a little easier just because they're so heavy. So you might want to get like a paint handle to hold your models. Smudge Games. The whole doesn't Jay hate metal with a passion. It's my least favorite material for models to be made out of. Probably even below PVC. But it is what it is. I have an Infinity Army that I need to paint one day. Scott Hartley, I go with brown because all my gloom spites and orcs are from the desert. My newest orcs I have that they move through an oasis and Wadies and Isteta swamps.
Sick. I love it. They're so fun. You can paint them so many different ways. I mean, you can paint everything so many different ways, but really, I feel like the goblin people are special people. Remember at Adepticon, just how many different takes on them?
Yeah,
they were all fun, adorable. They're like, it's a little bit of a shame because there was a bunch of, or I guess a couple of Gloomspite gets like dioramas.
Mm-hmm.
One of which was like a Squigs at a circus diorama. I mean, insane. It was beautifully painted. It was so funny, adorable. But nobody got to see that. Like, I think there should be an honorable mentions on their websites. Where it's like, this is all the weird stuff that was really fun.
Yeah, they should take a lot more pictures. I mean, they're just sitting there all day. Why not take pictures of everything?
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were picking their nose too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the only days they're busy is like the second to last and last because they actually have to judge stuff.
Right. That's my complaint. Also, do demos of your games that aren't the biggest games.
Yeah,
maybe.
that'd be nice.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I could imagine a little bit. There's like a D&D, like player who's like, oh, Adepticon. I'll I wonder what this is all about. Then goes and is like, well, I don't know any of this. And
Adeptus
would like
Titicanicus.
to.
This is kind of interesting.
Right. Exactly. But then you don't get to learn how to play. It's sad.
Scott Hartley tips. Okay, for real. Got to go have fun, but I was serious about the price for playing. If you're interested, hit me up, email in the chat. Also, Nick, you Blue Orc inspired them.
Ah, adorable.
Tip. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Comment minis. Hey Jay, Con Man here, and I want to let you know that I'm finally a senior. Ah, so you can get the senior special discount at Applebee's.
It'll 65 or older.
Yeah.
Start eating your dinner at
4:30.
Yeah, 4:30. Well, 4:30 is a little late, honestly.
That's true.
3:30 is where it's at.
Yeah. Smidge Games, do you guys have any advice for getting discouraged? I personally obsess over mold lines, and it really bothers me when I can't get them all. Mold lines are tricky. I would say try to maybe ease your way into like accepting some mold lines. Like all of my orcs have a horrible mold line under their butt, but you can only see it if you hold them upside down.
Right. So literally, you're asking the wrong person. Yeah, it's tricky because it is, unless you're gonna be professional, you gotta just deal with the imperfections.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you obsess about everything, it won't be fun.
Yeah.
I think that's a problem that a lot of people run into as well. Yeah. Come on, minis. Back in my day, we had to wait until we were 21 to drink anything. Like water?
What? Yep. You had to walk uphill to school both ways, coming and going, in a blizzard in the middle of summer.
This is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Wild times. Wild times.
Charles Grandstaff, favorite mini that you've painted for a game that you don't actually like to play? Game I don't actually like to play.
Do you collect for something you don't want to play?
Is what?
Do you really collect anything that you don't want to play?
I don't think so. What do I have? Have I painted any models? I guess I have a model for Arena Rex, and I don't really ever plan on playing Arena Rex, but the models are just so pretty. GeForce Mario Friday 5. Having dinner! Back in my day, we only ate once a month. Tuxin87. Jay, how many miniature games do you play? I am curious. Basically none. Sometimes Kill Team. I've played a bunch of 40k in my life. One single game of Malifaux that I really enjoyed. One single game of Age of Sigmar that I really enjoyed.
Yeah. We're a little all over the place and busy. Especially recently. Like after Adepticon, our lives went to hell. In a good way, like perfect. But not as many games.
Sean, technically, if the school is on the other side of a hill, you would in fact have to go uphill both ways. Dancing at Doom. You eat once a month? I only eat once a year.
Yeah. Losers.
You eat once a year. Damn. One time. Just one time in my life. It was Campbell's chicken noodle soup. That was it. That was my meal for this lifetime. Wasn't that good? High in sodium.
Yeah, but you need that salt.
Mm-hmm.
Toxin Bow 7. How are y'all alive? I don't know. Smooth tasting Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
Charles Grandstaff. I see a Buster Sword in the hands of my enemy and I don't have a tank. I'm out. Come on, minis. You guys eat. I don't eat at all. I use photosynthesis. Well, back in my day, we didn't have no fancy photosynthesis. Stash, you have to get into breatharianism. Yeah. All those gurus who've never eaten but have tons of food in the fridge, just in case company comes over.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Don't want to be rude. It's almost like it's all a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Smidge games, I eat negative food. This is like food that like writes mean comments.
Ah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Malifaux. I should paint some Malifaux minis one of these days.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame you haven't already.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 4 of these guys are basically done. 4 more to go. And then I'll have 2 fully painted Malifaux teams.
Hot damn.
Only a few more to go. Ooh, I do want that Hush box. Hush. Although I think that they missed out on naming them Hush Puppies.
There's always time to make them change, maybe.
It's true. We could send them an email.
Mm-hmm. So I think you should. And I'm sure they would be receptive and would do it.
Uh-huh. Peter Runge, I want Astartes season 2. Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna work, because Astartes 1 is amazing, but it did take like 3 years to make almost 20 minutes. So I wonder with Games Workshop behind them, which Games Workshop has all of the power of a couple of Canadian fellas. I wonder how fast they can expedite the process.
Yeah. It's a great way to put it, honestly. The power of a couple Canadian fellas. Yeah, it's odd. I think they could have waited one more year.
Yeah,
to do it.
Because it seems like they started the streaming service and working on streaming shows on the same day.
Yeah, certainly feels that way. It's odd.
He's like, not only are we gonna get into the streaming market, but we're also gonna get into the producing shows market after we get into the streaming market.
Yeah, we'll be able to figure it all out. Don't you worry. And some of the stuff's really good.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff is fine. Most of it's fine. Like I really enjoyed
Lore Masters, right?
Yeah. I really like, yeah. The whole thing with that is my favorite thing is that Gloomspike gets animatic when they released Gloomspike gets. That's really, really cool. What they should have done was that for the lore. Like 5 minutes of that would be super cool. Have the guy narrate. He has a good voice. But I don't want to watch a 20-minute episode about anything. I can't. I cannot sit through a 20-minute episode.
The moon spoke to me. Just once.
Yeah. It's hilarious. It's cute. It's fun. Yeah, I can't sit through. Like, there's stuff that I like, or like maybe we watched the one about Gazgul, and I am interested in knowing a little bit more, but it was boring.
It was really boring.
Really boring.
What was the name of the planet that was like silly?
I don't remember.
It was there was a planet and it had a ridiculous name, and we looked it up, and it's like, yep, it really is called that.
Yeah, and it was like one of those things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what it was, because he said it in a weird way too, and it was it was great. You know how Everyone can figure that out if you join the Patreon and you watch Conflict Gabble Plus.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. So we went over it. But yeah, I liked Angels of Death.
Yeah, it's a real show.
And I liked Interrogator. I really did not like Exodite. I mean, there was no point.
Yeah, it was weird. Exodite was clearly maybe a short film.
It was dumb.
Sorta.
It was really dumb.
It was really dumb when they're like, all right, episode 3 is coming out. And then, like, episode 3 is obviously not the finale, but it's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Literally, if they had just hard cut right after the Eldar's monologue, it would have been like, yeah, that was a 22-minute short film. Fine.
Yep.
Hey, dogs. My dogs are down here.
Hmm.
Jason M. Don't underestimate the power of a couple Canadians.
Yeah, they really get the work in.
Mm-hmm. G-Force Member 45. I honestly think that Games Workshop scooped him up so that he could work on things since he hasn't. We haven't seen anything since he did the initial teaser. Yeah, Fields. What's better, Guardian Defenders or Storm Guardians? I love this different things. Wait, Guardian Defenders and Storm Guardians. Isn't Guardian Defenders the melee version of regular Guardians, and then the Storm Guardians a type of Dire Avenger? I don't know that much about the Eldar.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say you're wrong. I don't have any reason to, but I'm just gonna say no.
Kicking on us. Finally, some mini painting after a stressful week of being a doctor lawyer.
Damn. At least you're not a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
Yuck. Although dentists do have Warhammer money.
Mm-hmm. Kicking on us. Who ends a series on episode 3? What is this, a Seinfeld spin-off show?
Mm-hmm.
Orc Walk 23, should I get the Sanguinary Guard or Death Company? Ooh, that's a hard one. I mean, in a perfect world, both, because they're both awesome. I think I'd probably go Sanguinary Guard. Although, maybe Death Company would work in more lists, because they're like a little bit elite, where the Death Company is super elite. Word Member 45, the Warlord scenes in the Exodite were amazing. Yeah, there was definitely some lots of really pretty stuff.
Great.
They just didn't have a show.
Yeah. I know that the animation can be good. I don't need to see that. I would like to see a story.
And a Tau story could be neat, because you don't hear much about the Tau.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I was excited for it because I like Angels of Death, and I shouldn't. I don't care about Space Marines at all.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
Kind of amazed. I actually think the more recent episodes of Hammer and Bolter are pretty okay. Yeah, they've been getting really good.
I have always liked Hammer and Bolter, even the ones that weren't good. I've always really enjoyed it. Again, I don't know. It's hard to complain about an anthology series, although people do all the time, just because there's so much variety where you can try out a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, because if it's a show and you're like, I don't like this show, you're done. You're dead. But if it's like, well, I didn't care for that episode, but the next episode's going to be a completely different thing with different characters in a different setting.
Right.
Monitor, as a Blood Angels enjoyer, I agree with both.
Yeah, fun. Just a fun story. I would say the Gene Stealer cult animation was a little rough compared to the rest of it. The faces of the lady was a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah, weirdly, that was like the worst face in the show.
Yeah. Everything else is pretty good. And it looks like in the prequel, everything's way better looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the faces were a little plasticky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them Canadians really figured it out.
Yeah. Better believe it.
Tuxin807, Nick J, you guys watch any anime? I think anime would be a good medium for a nice Warhammer series. I watch a little. I really like Beastars. That's kind of it.
I don't watch any. I'm not going to. It's not for me.
I really like the Star Wars anime. The Star Wars Visions.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fun stuff in there. Kind of minis. Plague Song was my favorite so far, to be honest. Yeah, that one was
good.
great. The amount of squelching noises and horrible transformations.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Monitor, my Assassin Diorama thing, finally just shipped. Pretty stoked for my Warhammer Plus subscription, finally paying off.
Oh yeah, we should check our. We should check to see if something happened with ours. It should.
That's true.
I would assume. They don't send it to us. Yeah, first they don't let us into the Warhammer Horus Heresy events. Then they don't even ship our diorama.
Yeah. I wouldn't be great if they accidentally sent us the lame orc.
And then we have to go on the phone with them, and they're like, "No, you picked it." It's like, no, like we have 500 videos about it being bad. Trust us, we didn't pick it.
Well, I guess then we would end up with both. We could sell the orc one to the weirdos who think it's fun. It's good. I mean, it's fine. I think the normal one they sell is worse.
Yeah. Just buy the one that looks good.
Oh, Plague Song. What was cool about Plague Song was that they had a character based off of the original, I think it was the second metal Chaos Spawn model. And I was like, that's kind of cool that they went way back to some OG stuff.
Yeah.
William Ramble just watched the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan. It got weirdly emotional at times. Interesting.
You're weirdly emotional.
I like to think that it's a Star Wars show, but Ewan McGregor is playing his character from The Men Who Stare at Goats. Which is a phenomenal little movie. I really love that movie. He wasn't dying of cancer. He was dying of a broken heart. And the cancer.
Nicky Reese, can't wait for the "It's Fine" shirt.
It's fine.
Coming up soon.
Mm-hmm. That'll be our 100K shirt.
Exactly. DDD 40101. The How shirt should be the next one.
How? I like the idea of the cat knocking over the paint.
Yes.
David Jones, I attempted using Milliput on an old Warhammer Fantasy giant from Albion to bug it up a bit, but it feels like I've ruined the sculpt and I'm not sure this Milliput will come off. Well, if you wait for it to cure, it definitely won't. Chasing them. Almost at 100k, how much longer do you think tomorrow? Definitely tomorrow.
Yeah. If not tomorrow, I'll be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And surprised. You think you can order more than one of the YouTube plaques? Like what happens if one breaks?
I don't know.
I also don't. I guess you don't have to pay for it. I feel like that's almost too nice.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have to pay for it. Maybe you have to pay. Maybe you don't. The first one's free. The second one you got to pay for.
That would be fun if they do it that way. They're like, congratulations, you got 100,000 thing. Anyway, we're billing you $180 for the plaque, plus $50 shipping.
Yeah, I mean that's like what Apple would do.
Yeah.
Just seems a little too nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have to pay for it and you just don't know.
Uh-huh. After we get that silver plaque, though, it's just going to be, a hop, skip, and a jump to gold, and then of course diamond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. Chasing them. Oh man, you got to cut the plaque in half for each of you.
It'll be kind of like one of those necklaces where when we're together we can magnet them together.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of magnets, we're going to be switching over to our Patreon only stream. So it's Friday.
Woo!
That's what Friday means.
Yeah.
And so if you join our Patreon, you can actually chat with us and say whatever you want, like live during the stream on Discord with your voice. Pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun. Always gets a little wild. But yeah, we had a bunch of videos out this week. Make sure you go watch them. Got some Patreon stuff coming out tomorrow. Damn, join that Patreon. But we'll be back with another live stream. Nice long stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central.
Uh-huh.
Also, we're going to be revealing the challenge winners.
Yeah.
Which is pretty neat.
Alrighty, everybody except for the patrons, who we'll see in just a few minutes. Good night.
Good night.
And